By the end of this video, you'll discover how to balance two opposite needs as a highly sensitive person: the need for deep connection and the need for restorative solitude. You step into the room, your heart is already a little tight. Laughter hums in the background. People cluster in small groups, chatting easily. But instead of feeling drawn in, your eyes scan the place like a radar. Who is feeling cold? Like, who might be judging you? Is that glance disapproving or just distracted? You're not looking for who looks and feels safe. You're looking for who doesn't. And before you've said a word, your nervous system has already decided that you're not at ease here. Do you assume ahead of time that you'll be misunderstood? Do you rehearse how to say something and then talk yourself out of saying it at all? Maybe you picture joining the conversation, but a voice inside whispers, "They won't get you," so you stay quiet. Or maybe you tell yourself, "What I feel is probably too intense," or "What I care about is probably too weird," or "What I need is probably too much." Before anyone even responds, you're already bracing for misalignment. You edit your truth before it leaves your mouth, just to avoid the sting of not being received. And over time, that quiet assumption becomes a filter. You don't just hold back what's vulnerable, you hold back what's real. Do you find yourself trying to be present and smiling and making conversation, but not really being there? Do you dread small talk? Do you worry you'll say the wrong thing? Do you crave meaningful connection, but feel like you're on the outside looking in? This can challenge your confidence and your ability to be in social settings. And it doesn't matter if you're sensitive or not, we all are still social animals, and so that's the challenge. The thing is, you're not antisocial, you're disconnected in this way. Your nervous system is scanning for cues of safety, but what you feel is you don't belong here. You want connection, but you're afraid your real self is too much or too weird to be loved or accepted. And as a highly sensitive person, you're wired for depth, but most social settings reward surface. It's like being a deep-sea diver at a pool party. You're equipped to explore vast, meaningful depths, but everyone's splashing in the shallow end, laughing and chatting and staying light. You could go deep, but there's no one else wearing the gear. So you float, smiling, treading water, longing for the kind of connection that goes below the surface. When you kind of think or sense that you're different, there's already a presumption that I probably won't fit in. And what's interesting about that is that actually increases anxiety. You begin to accept disconnection as normal. This is the cost of, over time, continuing to think this way. You may think that it's just the way it is. I'm supposed to be disconnected. You may lose trust in your ability to relate or to contribute or to belong. You may question whether friendship, real friendship, is even available to someone like you. And you may resign yourself to loneliness, even though what you really want is to be seen and to meet others in a real way. So the problem here is not that you're a sensitive person, not that social situations have their challenges, but a limiting belief that I'm different and so I probably won't fit in. Thing is, you are different. And if you can own that, then it doesn't have to be an obstacle. Being different can be the exact reason that the right people may feel safe around you. You can create safety by being real in your own way. when you stop performing and start being, then your presence gives others permission to do the same. Your authenticity becomes a lighthouse for other sensitive or self-aware people who've also felt out of place. So you're not failing to fit in. It could be that you're just outgrowing shallow spaces. Maybe you just don't need to visit those kind of spaces as much as you used to. And maybe it's not that the problem is you, but it's that certain rooms only recognize loudness as confidence and reward that. You are the right fit for the right kinds of places. You don't belong everywhere, but no one does. When you find the people and places aligned with your values, your difference becomes the reason you fit, not the reason you don't. It's like a violin in a room full of drums. Of course, it feels like you don't belong until someone hears you and realizes that they've been craving melody all along. And this could start with you being the one that hears you and appreciates you. What if you stopped trying to fit in and started listening for where you naturally belong? What if instead of masking, you showed up fully and found real connection and found that it requires your real self to be there in order to really happen? What if the people who get it are waiting for you to stop performing and start being instead? So if you are tired of being in rooms where you can't be yourself, and if your confidence has taken a hit after trying to blend in, and if you long for connection but don't trust that you'll ever be fully understood, that is exactly why I created the HSP Inner Freedom Program. It's for sensitive people who are done faking their way through friendships and are ready to feel deeply seen, accepted, and connected, and most importantly, by themselves. So go to the show notes and click the first link. Go to trueinnerfreedom.com/program, and we'll help you stop shrinking to fit in and start belonging in a way that feels real. Get it are waiting for you to stop performing and start being instead. So if you are tired of being in rooms where you can't be yourself, and if your confidence has taken a hit after trying to blend in, and if you long for connection but don't trust that you'll ever be fully understood, that is exactly why I created the HSP Inner Freedom Program. It's for sensitive people who are done faking their way through friendships and are ready to feel deeply seen, accepted, and connected, and most importantly, by themselves. So go to the show notes and click the first link. Go to trueinnerfreedom.com/program, and we'll help you stop shrinking to fit in and start belonging in a way that feels real.